young entrepreneur event that we did back in San Antonio, I was able to host a panel of some amazing young individuals who are heading the charge here at LifeVantage. And this particular individual just absolutely just blew me away. She was just a bright, shining light there on our panel that we did. And we knew for a fact that we couldn't just let another event go by without giving her an opportunity to come up here in front of all of you and share with you her story and her experience with this company. So without further ado, I'd like to invite here onto the stage Premier Pro 5, Lauren Eagard. Lauren, come on up. Big round of applause for Lauren.
Best catchphrase for me. I love that song. So I am so excited to be up here right now. Funny little story happened last month at our master training class in New Orleans. I was on a panel yet again for the umpteenth time, and I must have told the person on the side of me that I wanted them to give me a mic in 10 minutes next time. I love panels, but I was ready to have a mic. So somebody was listening, so be careful what you say out loud, guys. So I was asked to come up here and talk to you guys about 3 things that I wish I would have known when I was 20, that maybe now could have furthered along my LifeVantage business a little faster. So the first thing I want to talk about is soul searching. Soul searching is something that I was told a lot, mostly whenever I was going through like my rebellious stage, and it was kind of used in a negative, you know, you're doing something wrong, go do some soul searching and figuring it out. Well, in this business, I really feel like soul searching is doing what they talk about, our why it's so important that you have goals and reasons why you're doing this. So the soul searching for me has really been strong the last 2.5 years, and it's all about grasping who I am and what my purpose is in life. And it's just asking myself those hard questions and finding myself, my sense of completion, which for me has always been hard. I know some of you who have been to these events before, maybe you've heard them talk about peeling back the layers of the onion. That's always been really difficult for me. And so asking myself those hard questions is what I had to start doing. And what I want for myself and why has just been, it's been hard, but you gotta do it. You gotta dig deep. And that starts translating into who I am, how I'm gonna make myself better, and how I'm making the world a better place all at the same time. And the effect that I have on others, I've found out through this soul-searching time in my life, is the most important currency that you have in you and in your power. So soul searching I've broken down into 3 different categories, and the first one I want to talk about is you are who you spend the most time with, guys. So I know in your early 20s it's like you want to be a part of the social crowd and you want to be a part of all the hype and you don't want to miss anything, you have the fear of missing out, you want to be on every adventure. So surround yourself with those people that are going to be positive, that are going to be uplifting, that are going to be successful, and let them rub off on you. The second point is you are the combination of your experiences and your exposures in life. And for me, no matter what you've been through, you know, don't let those struggles dictate your future. Harness those struggles and make it your fuel every day to get up and do this thing and make a difference. I could have easily lived my entire life kind of using my upbringing and the dysfunction and the things that I went through as a crutch. And I chose not to do that. So I just say, you know, use what you've been through. Your exposures and your experiences are who you are, but let it be a positive thing. And then the third part is, as individuals, we need to get to a place introspectively where we can imagine and then we can decide what our life will be. So ask yourself this question: how will I serve the world? And then what do they need that my talent can provide? That's huge. That's a huge part of soul searching, because once you get to that place where you're comfortable and you know what you want, you know what you need, you're surrounding yourself by good people, you can go out and say, all right, now I'm ready to do good in the world. So when we can dig deeper into the reasons why we're doing this business and really soul search, that's when it's easy to wake up daily with a fire burning inside of us, ready and willing to do whatever we have to make this business successful for us, whatever that looks like. I like to do these exercises with myself and with my team members where we say, you know, when you reach your goal, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Whatever your goal is in this business, how do you feel? And then we dig a little deeper and we say, okay, why? Let's use the example of someone who wants to buy a new car. What is that car gonna look like? What kind of model is it gonna be? What color? Who's gonna ride in that car with you? And you start to scratch the surface. And then it turns out that it's something so much deeper, and it's emotional and sentimental because that person watched their parents struggle their entire lives for a mode of transportation. And now they see that this business could be the vehicle for them to not have to struggle, and then for themselves to be able to buy a brand new vehicle. So it's just something that I do that it just makes digging deeper, starting to figure out your why, it makes it a little easier. So then my second point that I really wish I would have put more value on when I was 20 years old is be a finisher, not a quitter. My story about finishing college is something that I use as an example for this. I had no support. I had a parent who told me to quit, told me to find a job, that I was never going to get through school. Some people were just not meant for school. I had 3 jobs and I had a really hard time balancing getting through my courses and my classes, and now, 9.5 years later, on May 16th, I get to graduate with my marketing degree. So, you know, the way I see it, I set my mind to do something. I decided that I was going to be a finisher no matter what, and that's what I did. It really ties into my LifeVantage story as well, because in the beginning, I saw it, but I didn't have the vision, and honestly, it gave for some hard times. I mean, this is something that is work, and unless you are 100% committed, there's a possibility you will quit. So the more you do something, the better you become at it. I wasn't born with a God-given talent for network marketing, but you know what? This had a lot of conditioning. I had a lot of practice. It was something that doing the same task again and again every day, doing those phone calls, doing those presentations, it's now become something natural, and it feels like it's a part of me. So I want everybody to look at the person on the right of you. Yeah, y'all like that, huh? You know, that person started out this business the same exact way that we all did, at day one. But who's going to be here in a year? Who's going to be here in 2 years? Who's going to be a finisher and not a quitter? My third big, wow, I wish I would have just focused more on this when I was 20, is positive focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. I love, love, love that. We are the result of our thoughts and actions. So focus on your standards, you guys. Your standards dictate your income in this business. And you have the power to focus and get those results. It's not the industry, it's not the economy. So stop making those excuses. You know when you put 10% in, and you also know when you put 110% in, it's a totally different outcome. You get very different results. Direct your focus on the positives, your dreams, your goals, and where you want to be in this business in the next 2 to 5 years. Raise your standards if you aren't where you want to be in this business. See what amazing results will happen after that, and come find me. Let me know whenever you change that little piece of mind focus. We aren't in the wish networking business. We're in network marketing. So you got to focus on taking the actions to get this thing done. You can be anything if you just decide. Decide what you want and go after it with everything you can. Focus on the system, focus on taking action, focus on making it happen, focus on building this business, focusing on never quitting. If you are determined, you will be successful. Do what you love and success will follow. Be so laser focused that this becomes fun. This business becomes enjoyable, and people around you notice that. They're attracted to that. They see you doing this business and having fun, and they're like, wait, hold up. You're doing business and it's fun? What? Be that 1%. You must meet your must. I love this. In life, you rarely do what you should, but you always do what you must. So make success a must, and it's that easy. Focus on today and get it done. Make a plan and take action and wait for no one, because their agendas might be very different from yours. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. This could be the beginning of anything you want, all of your heart's desires. It doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if you're 18, or you're 27, or you're 89, it doesn't matter. I challenge everyone in this room to go by these 3 points that I just made. Do some soul searching. Figure out why you're doing this. Figure out what you want out of this. Decide to be a finisher. I know it gets hard, but just decide, and it can happen. And stay focused on the positive. I know that's hard too, but find something every day that you're grateful for, and that brings positivity into your life. That is my challenge. So everyone rise up, and let's bring the thunder.